Okay, welcome to the third video in this series related to the issue of when the NT wife's help might actually be hurting the ASD level 1 husband. In session 1, we looked at things through the eyes of the NT wife. In session 2, we looked at things through the eyes of the ASD husband. And in session 3 here, we're going to look at building a new communication blueprint. Okay, so understanding the why is half of the battle. Now for the how. How do you actually move forward? Okay, this is not about one person bending over backward to accommodate the other. It's about both of you recognizing your different wiring and co-creating a new system that works for both of you. It's time to stop trying to cram your relationship into a neurotypical box and start building one that honors your unique partnership. In this video, we're going to look at strategies for the neurotypical wife. Your desire to help is real. Your heart's in the right place. God bless you. Your need for a functional home is a loving mindset to have. Your need for connection is real. I'm not trying to get you to stop having needs. I'm trying to change your message delivery from one that feels like nagging to one that builds a real partnership and respects his autonomy. So your first strategy is to go from manager to co-architect. This is your big mindset shift. Stop being the project manager of your life and become a co-architect. Managers bark orders. Architects design systems together. Instead of relying on in-the-moment verbal pings, and we talked about pings in video 2, it's time to build external, mutually agreed upon systems. This means you need to fall in love with visual aids. Autistic individuals often find it much easier to process visual information than verbal instructions. Your ASD husband is a visual learner in a verbal world. So sit down together at a calm, neutral time, not in the middle of a fight, and design these systems. A big whiteboard in the kitchen or a shared digital calendar on your phones can become your new best friend. Instead of saying, "Don't forget the trash," the task, "Take out the trash Tuesday night," is just on the board. This simple switch does 3 magical things. First, it makes the whiteboard the bad guy, not you. Also, it externalizes the reminder and removes that feeling of personal criticism. Second, it respects his autonomy. He can see the task and decide when to do it before the deadline. He's managing himself now, not being managed by you. And third, it frees you from the mental load of being the keeper of all knowledge. The system holds the data, not your brain. Your second mission for the NT wives: master the scheduled check-in. Unplanned emotional talks can feel like a pop quiz for your autistic husband. Your quick question can feel like a grenade thrown into his focus. So schedule it. Have a 15-minute State of the Union meeting every evening or a bigger chat once a week. During these scheduled times, you can bring up logistical stuff, calendar plans, feelings that you need to share, and so on. Because he knows it's coming, he can mentally prepare and allocate the brain power needed for it. This keeps you from feeling like you have to bottle things up and keeps him from feeling constantly ambushed. You could even use a shared digital note for the agenda, adding topics as they come up during the week. Now there's not going to be any surprises. Okay, your third strategy as the NT wife is to talk about your needs, not about his flaws. This is a game changer. It requires a shift in your language. So instead of pointing out what he did wrong, you're stating your need using I statements. For example, instead of saying, "You never listen to me when I'm talking," try, "I really feel lonely when I'm talking and don't get a response. It would make me feel so loved if we could set aside 10 minutes later where I have your full attention." Another example, instead of saying, "Why is this mess still here? I asked you to clean this hours ago," try, "I feel super overwhelmed and anxious when the kitchen is cluttered. It would be a huge help to my stress levels if we could just tackle it together for 20 minutes before we relax tonight." Now this changes the topic from his failure to your feeling. It invites him to be a hero rather than forcing him to defend himself from an attack. Be direct, be explicit, no hints, no sarcasm, no reading between the lines. Tell him exactly what you need and what a win looks like to you. The fourth strategy for you, the NT wife, is to learn to love the pause. When you ask him something or share a feeling, his silence is not him being rude or dismissive. He is a slow processor. Burn that into your brain cells. He is a slow processor. His brain is working hard to give you a thoughtful, accurate response. And if you jump in to fill the silence, you crash his program and he loses his train of thought completely. So get comfortable with waiting. You can count to 30 in your head, let him cook, let him play a video game, whatever. The answer you get will be so much better than the one you pressure out of him. This is the third installment in this series. Tomorrow we do session 4, and we will be talking about strategies that your autistic husband can be using. Please subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. Would you like to schedule a paid private coaching session? This will be in the form of a face-to-face Zoom call. Underneath any of my videos, you'll see this Calendly link. If you click on that link, it'll open up my calendar. You can pick the available days and times that works for your schedule. You'll get a follow-up email immediately after purchasing a session that will have the Zoom link that coincides with the day and time that you picked. I will get an email too that you scheduled a session, and I will be available on that exact day and time, and we will talk. I look forward to working with you.